So why women's ski trips? Women are built differently than men. Women move differently than men. And they have different muscle strength. And so the techniques that we use are modified a little bit. I can't tell you how often I've heard that story about the woman who was taken to the top of the mountain by a friend or a spouse or a boyfriend who was sure that they could do it and they could ski down. And they come to a group like mine and they're terrified. I've had a lot of experience with women who've had terrible experiences in their initial time skiing. And they come out of it after skiing with us for a week or several days. They come out of it loving the sport, and that feels really good. The other piece of it is the camaraderie that develops among women and the supportive atmosphere. Women tend to allow for more emotion to come into a situation and not prejudge each other. A lot of times women put a false pressure on themselves when they're working with a group of men because they feel like they're holding somebody up. But with a group of women, they don't tend to put that pressure on themselves. They allow themselves to learn and be in a learning environment and be supported by the other women that are with them. One of the typical women customers that I get is the woman whose kids started skiing at a very young age, and she was skiing alongside them. As the kids get older and they get better, then all of a sudden mom's left in the dust. Women like that frequently come to women's programs to try to get better. Women who need to overcome the fear of going faster and skiing on steeper terrain or going in the bumps or the trees, somewhere that their kids are going that they haven't gone yet because they're not confident. They have great success coming to programs like mine where we can coach them through these situations in a very methodical, instructional fashion. We get them through that, and by the time they get to the bottom, they're completely jazzed and completely psyched about the fact that they just skied something that they never would have done before. The atmosphere that we create is very supportive and reassuring, and we try to instill confidence in each other. And a lot of times the women coach each other and encourage each other and support each other in their efforts. So if somebody thinks that they can't do something or doesn't want to try to do something, the rest of the group supports them and helps them along the way. When we're not skiing, we spend a lot of time developing friendships. I've worked with women who've never met each other before. They ski together in a women's group and they meet each other every year, year after year, the same week. So is it essential for a woman to coach women? Not necessarily, but I think coming from my perspective, I have a lot of experiences where I've been in the situation where I felt pressure and I felt the need to keep up and I felt like I'm holding somebody up or I'm jeopardizing an experience because of my lack of ability. So I can empathize with the women that I coach and I can understand their perspective. And I think in that situation, a woman coaching women is more understanding. I can honestly say that women that have come to us after having a terrible experience in skiing have left with 100% confidence to go skiing and with a love of the sport.